Hey, I'm Jeanette Sizikowski, your go-to feng shui consultant. Today I just want to share with you a little bit of a pep talk. I had an interesting day and met all kinds of people, and I want to share with you something you might need to hear today, so I hope it cheers you up. As we go into October, we just hit a new moon. We're in Mercury retrograde still. We're running down the time of 2021, moving into September, moving into December soon, ending 2021, going into 2022, and it's been a tough time. We don't need to beat a dead horse. We get it. Yes, it's been weird energies. The new moon, we had all these moons. I'm not an astrologer, but we had all these different moons. It seemed like we had more moons than normal, and so all these emotions coming up. And so anyway, I want to share with you this little bit of a pep talk. I spoke with somebody today who was trying so hard. She was doing her best to be positive, to see hope, to have good times, to just be a happy person, to share love. But she was in an industry where she frequently listened to her clients, and they were always dumping bad news, negative news, just dumping all of their stuff. It was my hairstylist, right? So or hairstylist, I got a haircut, so I guess a hairstylist. I was talking to my hair lady, and she was just talking about how negative things always get dumped on her, and people are always venting, or people are always talking about what's going on in the news, or talking about, really the news right now, and things in the neighborhood, and things in public eye. And she was saying, every day she tries to start off being happy and good and nice and loving, and by the end of it, she was like, it's hard to not get sucked into the gossip, the complaining, the nagging, just the bitching, quite frankly. And she was like, it's really exhausting, and there's some clients I just don't want to have anymore because all they do is talk negatively, and I don't blame her. And so my pep talk for you today is, are you in a situation where you have a lot of people around you complaining about boyfriends, complaining about coworkers, complaining about their life, even if it is the news and big media stuff? They're complaining about all these external things, but they're not doing anything about it. They're not reading any emotional intelligence books. They're not reading any personal development books. They're not donating or volunteering their time or working out or eating better. They're not doing anything. They're just pointing and blaming and accusing, and they're not doing anything to better themselves. And it can be really hard to be the only positive person in a group of friends, in your family. It can be really hard, especially in this time when everybody has been doing their best to stay positive, and everybody's wearing really thin. Everybody's really running out of that reserve for optimism, and it's hard, especially if it's just you. If you don't have any other optimistic people or positive people around you, it's hard to be that only person, that only light. And I just want to tell you that it is so important to continue to persevere. I want to also let you know that I can relate, I understand, I feel for you. It is hard. Even in that chair when we were talking, it was funny because she would kind of go down a little path where she would say some things, and we were like, hey, bring it back. Love and light. Love and light. Let's talk about good for them. Let's be positive. And it's really hard to not get sucked into that. We're all energy. Everything is energy. This is an energetic world. We are just a bunch of subatomic particles vibrating really fast, and it looks like a body. I know, it's crazy. There's whole articles on it you can go read about. If we are just energy, that is why there's a theory and why it works, that if we are positive and vibrating at a high vibration, we attract positivity and we attract high vibration things. That is why it's more important to be positive than negative. It is not to say you cannot acknowledge negative feelings. It is not to say you can never have a bad emotion. That's a whole nother video. But in default mode, being hopeful, being loving, being caring, being optimistic will benefit you in the long run. And here is what I want to tell you. So we're talking about people who are usually that, but they're running thin. When you are that person, did you know when you're in that vibration that you alone, one positive person impacts 100 people, impacts 1,000, as much as 1,000 people? Being negative does not make as much of an impact. So even though you feel alone, your positivity and you being the strong one to push through, you being the positive one pushing through, even if everybody's complaining, and you don't give in and you continue to be hopeful and you continue to do the right thing, believe it or not, even though it might not feel like it in that moment, that impacts people, or it impacts the people in that periphery. That high vibration impacts more people than negative. So let those people commiserate together. Misery loves company is a phrase for a reason, and that's okay if you don't want to totally cut them out, but don't give up on being who you are. Don't give up on being the positive person you are, because other onlookers will see it. You know, maybe it's in line at the grocery store and that's the clerk hears you, or the person bagging the groceries hears you. You will impact people. Your vibration does not go unseen. Your positivity does not go unseen to the universe, to whatever higher power you believe in is helping us down here. Your positivity, your love, your change, your hope, it is a ripple effect, even if it's not immediately to the people you see in front of you. So with this pep talk, I just want to say, keep going, keep pushing through. Next year is Fire Tiger. Fire Tiger is hope, it is light, it is movement, and things get so much better. So keep pushing through as we wind down the rest of this year. You can do it. Keep being that positive person. I am so proud of you, and I am so proud of everybody that is that positive person in their group, because it is hard, and it is hard to be happy all the time, and it is hard. It is okay if there's off days. It is hard. I get it. And just keep being that love. It does not go unseen. You are appreciated. It is helping the world be at a higher vibration itself. And so keep pushing through and keep knowing that being that, always smiling and being that person is such a beautiful blessing to this earth, to this time. So thank you for being that positive person.